that would be the last item. All right, and looks like we are off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are off. All right, so first item, what is it? What is it, S. Diesel?
Bloopy.
No, red pea. You were
red
close.
Pea. Every time.
Yeah, you were close. I called it once and said I might as well quit and go get some lottery tickets.
If you call Pedestal item, you better be on your way to the store.
I will. There's a gas station less than a mile from my house. I'll hop in the truck and buy about 20 lottery tickets.
I'll hold down the fort as long as you get me one. It's all good.
I'll split it with you. If I win, I'll split it with you. How's that?
I'll take it.
So, again, this is the third out of 3 matches between these two. Now, Dark Magician won the first round, but both of our runners were at Ganon at the exact same time. It was less than 3 minutes between the two of them.
That's
for the
correct.
first one.
Yeah.
But match 2, why don't you talk about that for us, S. Diesel?
Well, from what I remember, the match 2, it came down to pretty much both of them needing to find the last item. I can't remember what it was, but they pretty much had to go in different routes, and they eventually ended up in Ganon's tower. I believe EOD entered just barely before Dark Magician and ended up winning that race because I believe one took the right path and then the other took the left. It really came down to the last second there.
Dark Magician has a unique route through Ganon's tower. He went to the left side to the 4-chest room with the stall child's in there, mirrors out, and then goes right side. And unfortunately, last night the key was in the randomizer room, as a lot of people have called the room behind the exploding wall.
EOD was already on his way there, so it was right on his way.
And from what I understand, in version 18, that particular route is actually the higher percentage route. Obviously, it didn't work out for Dark Magician last night.
Oh, get the bomb up. He had to think about it there for a sec.
Yeah, you do need 4 or so bombs to be able to go ahead and open up every item in Kakariko Village after the escape. So 4 bombs means Dark Magician is sitting golden here.
Yeah. EOD has plenty of chances here to get more bombs, so we'll see him farm a little bit.
I see someone in the chat asking about version 18 versus version 8. Yes, this is version 8 of the randomizer, but it is version 18 of the logic. Currently, the logic is on version 20, but in order for the tournament to remain consistent and everyone being on an even playing field, they have remained on the version 18 logic. So, everybody running through escape room. They look to be making pretty darn good time through the escape. Good escape, even in the NMG run of this game is around 6 minutes. So they seem to be making pretty good time here.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Definitely want to see, hopefully, something in the 3 chests in the basement here. Don't know if they got that map yet. I don't think they did. So. They do have their 1 key heading in.
So they should just be blazing through this as fast as they can. They each have more than 1 bomb, so they'll be able to get into the extra room in the sewers that the logic will never require them to go through right now. So there's really no reason to farm for any more items other than possibly trying to farm for rupees to ensure that they have enough for the bottle merchant. Dark Magician seems to be slightly ahead here, but it is way too early in this seed to say that anyone remotely has a lead.
Ah, them snakes. Always. Alright, more bombs. So if they didn't have any by then, they had some here. So it guarantees them at least the basement.
It's funny that it seems to either be you're farming for bombs and you're thankful that you get one, or you end up with a full complement of 10 bombs by the time you leave.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, where's everything else? Dark Magician hugging that wall all the way through there.
Alright, let's see if there will be anything interesting in this section of the sewers.
Give us a good payoff here for once.
300 rupees, toilet paper.
And well, it's not entirely bad. That gives them enough money for the bottle merchant and good head start on Zora. But pretty much nothing good.
Not at the moment, but at least what it does now is it ensures that they don't have to actually come back here later on. Because if they didn't get any bombs, they'd have to get the Titan's mitt, or the Power Glove, and come back at a later time.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes the need to do it later not even relevant. So very true. And oh, how rude of Dark Magician to just leave a bomb there.
What's the matter with kids these days? They're so unthankful. So now we'll get an indication of whether or not Agahnim will be required this seed. It won't be a definitive, but if there's a progression item by Lumberjack's Cave, these guys will be looking to head to Agahnim at an early opportunity.
Alright, first moment of truth here. And, Witch Rod, oh no! May or may not be required. Let's see. We need to head into Dark World first to see if that Ice Rod's going to be a required item for this seed.
Well, there goes my prediction about Ice Rod being on the pedestal, but that's okay. We still can hold out lots of hope for pedestal hype in this scene.
Oh yeah, it's way early for that, but yeah, unfortunately no Ice Rod at pedestal. Could get Fire Rod though.
That would require a odd confluence of factors, but it is possible. Remember, this is a randomizer.
Yeah.
And Dark Magician stumbling on a hidden bomb underneath the bush there.
It's happened to many of us.
Titan's Mitt.
Hello. Early Titan's Mitt is definitely very good to get. That opens up a good number of locations, at least at up top of Death Mountain, like immediately.
And once they get the Moon Pearl, it will open up all of West Dark World as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Other than the Mire area, of course. Dark Magician get a little bit trolled by the guards over here.
But yeah, that Ice Rod in that Lumberjack tree is very interesting. It doesn't have a very good chance of Turtle Rock being leaving a bomb on all the NPC characters here. This is a good running meme. I love it. All the green goop, some bombs.
Mire.
And another bottle of the fairy.
Wow, so 2 bottles giving these guys great opportunity to have some safeties. Not that either one of them needs it, but certainly helpful. And getting the bottles will also allow them to go to Sick Kid and Dark Magician bombing. Dark Magician is leaving a trail of bodies all across Hyrule.
Don't know where to find them, just follow the bombs.
On the next episode of Cops, Hyrule Edition. We are finding the serial killer who is bombing his victims all across the country.
I approve. Oh, there's the Power Glove. Very convenient.
It's so bad.
Man. That could have been a better item. Instead, it's a lesser item. Rip. Yo, that transaction though. I say worth.
The almighty single arrow. The man is carving a path of destruction all through Hyrule. That poor grandmother, though, she had grandchildren, you monster!
And he totally destroyed her broom. You now owe her a new broom.
Well, you know what happens when you destroy a woman's broom. I have no ending for that, so I'll just let everyone speculate.
Alright, so one heads to the chest below, and one heads to Sick Kid. There's a 50 down there, and a 5 upgrade with Sick Kid. Sick Kid handling those bombs, that's not good.
Well, luckily, Dark Magician still has 6 bombs, because it would have been awfully funny. Oh, but no, he's got 5.
I mean, he's been gifted a lot of bombs, so he said, why not?
It would be awfully funny if he got all the way over to Mini Moldorm Cave and was out of bombs.
He's gonna, yep, I have a feeling, yep, he's... What? Why did he talk to them?
I am so confused right now. I have no idea. What is this? I can't even.
Yeah, I guess those characters were feeling a little bit lonely. Also showing that they are still show the default text, but they should, because you never have to talk to them. Maybe he's hinting at the developers, hey, why don't you put some custom text for these guys? I like it.
Possible. So looks like...
Alright, some 10 arrows from the tree. I don't think they checked that earlier. Don't remember that. But Dark Magician is heading up to Death Mountain as EOD checks Swamp and Light World area here. Gonna drain the dam.
So this is... As you pointed out, this is our first route diversion of this race so far, and anytime there's a route diversion, it could be critical to one of these runners getting and or maintaining a lead.
Absolutely. So the old man with the boots! This guy can barely walk, and he's holding off on the boots.
Back in my day, Sonny, I was a champion racer. I want you to have these and use them well.
So right away, like you just said, the route diversion, Dark Magician was already with the boots. That's going to speed him up, checking items. Got the bug net on Spectacle Rock.
Bug net found, Agahnim required.
And the book underneath. He's going to get the net first, and then probably drop down and get the book.
So they will have...
Oh, and did he just get the Moon Pearl? I missed Light World. I missed the Light World cave. He did.
So Tower of Hera is a crystal dungeon. Eastern Palace was red pendant, but I did not see what Desert Palace was.
Gotcha. So Moon Pearl in Light World, little height cape there with the mini Moldorms. That's pretty good. With them having at least EOD having both the Titan's Mitt, the Mire, and the Moon Pearl, that gives him access to the Dark World immediately. He's gonna finish off and check Ice Rod Cave here, as Dark Magician did head up to Hera, as it is a crystal dungeon. He does not need to head down to the basement as of yet. We'll see. May have to come back when he gets a light source.
It's tough to argue with his routing choice here, because he's already on top of Death Mountain. This is a required dungeon. You have everything you need to complete it. Why not?
Absolutely. And the Sanct Heart!
Sanct
Heart. Wow. We are getting good stuff here.
Let's see if EODTex decides to fake flippers here.
Looks like he is. And yep, gets it right away. It's gonna check the spot here. So we got the key out of the way there.
fire rod on Lake Hylia Island.
Oh my god! So the island required, that means flippers is required.
And let us see what the retired adventurer slash hobo slash you name it under the bridge downtown has for us today.
Yo, he had the red meringue.
Shoutouts to the red meringue, the maroon meringue, the blood meringue. I've heard all of these. Chat, I love you.
Many names for the red
Oh, and Dark Magician getting rejected twice by Moldorm.
3 times. I think he's stacking the stats here of Moldorm bonks.
Ladies and gentlemen, play has been whistled dead. The referee has ruled that Moldorm is goaltending. Oh no!
Oh no!
Trolldorm living up to his name. Trolling our friend Dark Magician, while EODTex says, I have Titan's Mitts, I have Moon Pearl. It's time to go to Village of Outcasts.
Yep,
okay.
Right. Skull and Eastern, or Palace of Darkness were pendants.
So it looks like Turtle Rock is going to be a required dungeon here, which means Agahnim is required.
Mm-hmm. That is correct, and getting the powder in the chess game, very nice.
Powder,
nice little safety item, and did Dark Magician fall again?
Oh my gosh! Trolldorm, why are you trolling so hard today? Ooh. Those Holden B button strats right there.
Red rupee in the hut there.
Oh
no! Dark Magician not having a good time with Moldorm. EOD checking Dark World locations still without going up to the Death Mountain yet. He saved just a red rupee. Missing out on the boots right now from the old man. Could be making these item locations a lot faster as he takes the initial bonk there. Let's speed things up. And leaving an extra bomb for Moldorm. Very nice.
So Dark Magician will get the first crystal of this race, but EODTex is, again, because of this route diversion, he could find something very critical here. Now, I surmise that he's probably going to do Alec Baldwin's digging game here, and then go back into Village of Outcasts, pick up the frog, and go on that route around southwestern Hyrule.
And the solo green rupee in the digging game.
Yay!
So now Dark Magician is going to get both his bug net and the book here. Now he needs to head down to... Well, eventually he's going to head down to Lake Hylia Cave there. Hopefully find his Moon Pearl. Looks like he might be making that trip right now. And
realizing he dashed a little bit too far over to the left there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna check the dam here.
Let's see what the breadsmiths have for EODTex.
Right, getting this out of the way nice and early. Another green roof.
So, after a flurry of really important items, it looks like the seed has begun to troll our runners now.
And EOD gone ahead and taken the purple chest. Looks like he may also knock out the cave up below the Tree Boy and check out Tree Boy at the same time. Seen this route used a lot of times as Dark Magician checks the ledge, and it's the bow! Wow.
Wang.
So finding the book on Death Mountain, and then the Titan's mitts, as well as the mirror, getting the bow on the ledge, you easily have access to that bow.
And EODTex here just made a critical mistake. He ran into his Dark World portal before actually picking up the lunchbox. So now he's going to have to go all the way back and pick it back up again.
Yeah, when that happens, it respawns back at the blacksmith house, unfortunately.
So Dark Magician, interestingly here, is heading into Desert Palace, even though he cannot complete it, because he does not have a fire source. But the flute happens to be in here.
Just the flute sitting on the ledge, just chilling. Wow.
So Dark Magician, even though he can't hear me, basically said, "Shut up, Phantom Ryu. You have no idea what you're talking about."
Wow, that flute location. So, items right after another. Desert Palace paying off big with the ledge containing the bow, and inside has the flute.
There's still one more item in Desert
there's
Palace
still one more that you clear out here.
Yeah, to prove me even more wrong.
I've always been a pretty strong believer in Desert Palace. It usually, for some reason, pays off.
And Dark Magician with a couple of frustration swipes, knowing that the last item is now locked behind Moldorm, which he won't be able to get until he has a fire source. So maybe I'm half right?
I don't know. We'll see him come back, regardless. Maybe if he'll have to, though. So, but he is going to pick up the bow on the ledge, and then probably head immediately to Kakariko, cash in his swagged up.
And EODTex finding the hook shot, but not much else in Dark World Hype Cave.
That's a good item to get there. Him not having the boots right now, it's definitely going to help him out a little bit. He still needs to make that trip up to Death Mountain, but let's see when he plans to route that in.
But one thing that will do is it will give him an advantage, because with the Titan's Mitt and the hook shot, that opens up a whole bunch more chests in Dark Death Mountain that when Dark Magician was up there, he was not able to get because he did not have the hook shot.
That's very true. So he'll be able to access the right side, both light and dark world. So yeah, that'll definitely pay off.
So what is going to be in the lunchbox? In our last race, it was the flute. This time, it's just 3 bombs.
Just the bombs. And another... just sliding that bomb right over there.
Okay, so we got to think here. So he bombed Sick Kid. That's 1. He bombed Grandma. That's 2. He bombed the guy in Blind's hideout. That's 3. The priest in the sanctuary. That's 4. Agahnim. That's 5. So let's keep a running count of how many NPCs Dark Magician will have blown up. That's 5, I believe.
This sink, by the way, as we can see here, a little different with one having the boots being able to check the dash rock here. EOD is now going to make his way, it looks like, to Death Mountain. Yes.
Well, Dark Magician finds just the blue meringue in Bonk Cave.
I'm surprised he spared Zelda, but we'll see what he does with her.
You can't bomb Zelda. If you bomb Zelda, the series is over.
It just the credits roll. V-Torp and the guys, they put that in there. So yeah, everybody get your swag ducks ready. We go with Dark Magician. He's gonna definitely take advantage of this immediately. And hopefully he'll remember to fly down to the swamp area and check the rest of Lake Hylia. He has the Moon Pearl waiting for him. And then EOD picks up his boots.
And immediately uses super speed glitch, but was moving a little bit too fast to start climbing up that ladder.
Yeah. Dark Magician saying, nah, I don't need that. And EOD sees the net and the book. And alright, looks like Dark is gonna check Ice Rod Cave first, and he'll make his way around to the Lake Hylia Cave. Cash in big.
EOD picking up his literacy on top of Death Mountain. So once EOD can get into Light World Cave as well as, or excuse me, Dark World Death Mountain as well as Hookshot Cave, we'll see how lucrative that will be for him. All right, EOD has yet to complete a dungeon like Dark Magician, but you got to think that with the difference in items at the moment, these runners are probably pretty close.
Yeah, I would say yeah, minus the fact that Dark Magician has finished Hera, which is reasonably a pretty quick dungeon to finish. They're pretty neck and neck for the most part besides that. As far as items go, yep, we're going to see Dark Magician go into here and get his move. And then yeah, they'll be up there. Also, with the hook shot, Dark Magician is yet to venture into the Dark World without the also. We'll see when he gets that as well.
So EOD going to go ahead and take out the light world side of Death Mountain first, then probably come back down the mountain for Dark World.
Yeah.
So everybody's next move will be determined here pretty much by what EOD finds in Dark World, because we already know what's in Light World. As Dark heads back to Kakariko, looks like he...
EOD gets Ether and a B bottle. Not bad, that Ether may come in handy. Oh, he looked like he could do a bomb jump, but he inched over a little bit too far.
So we know where Fire Rod and Ice Rod are. Fire Rod being on Lake Hylia Island and Ice Rod being on Lumberjack. So, but neither of our runners have found a sword upgrade or the cape, which would enable them to defeat Agahnim. So it's gonna. We're still waiting on that critical item that will allow them to progress farther.
Yep. There's two key items that they needed, was a way to get into Agahnim and the boots to open up the tree. They got the boots, now they need to find either a sword upgrade or the cape.
So now that we're getting a good look at Dark Magicians, looks like Thieves Town is number 7. I saw Ice Palace was crystal number 6. I missed which one was crystal number 5. On the unlikely event that, well, not unlikely, but on the... Oh, Silver Arrows in Hookshot Cave.
Very nice.
But in the event that Double-Chested Fairy is required, there's a sword upgrade.
Sword. There we go. EOD is rolling now. He can go ahead and do Aga 1. Looks like he's going to check the medallion needed for Turtle Rock. And it is Quake. So, they will be on the look for Quake. And another medallion, hopefully not for Mire. With the unlikely odds of both medallions being the same for Turtle Rock and Mire. It's possible.
We saw Bombos on the floating island.
Oh, I didn't see that. Wow, that's actually really good. So they can get Bombos on the floating island there.
Giving them a 66% chance. Hammer!
Hey, the hammer! That's fun! Oh. That chest spot could be a good one.
Yeah. Hammer probably the item that has the most dependencies in this game. It opens up the most things.
Mm-hmm. In like situations you wouldn't even think about. Like if you have to do Ice Palace at the very end to get to, Cold Stair, you have to hammer those pegs. Little things like that you don't think about. It'll cost you.
Well, and also, you mentioned Ice Palace. There's also not just Cold Stare, but there's also a chest that you cannot get, or a couple of chests you can't get without the hammer.
That's right. You wouldn't be able to clear it out.
Yep.
And Tree Boy only having some arrows there. EOD is going to go get Bombos.
You can't blame him. He knows where it is. He sees it, and he doesn't know yet what Misery Mire requires, because he, unlike his opponent, does not have the flute.
No, he does not. So he wouldn't be able to check it yet, but this is definitely a good call here.
So Dark Magician going to go pick up his hook shot.
All right.
And he might be able to make up sometime on EODTex, but remember, Dark Magician already made a trip up to Death Mountain, so EOD was able to do everything all in one go.
Right, exactly. And it looks like EOD is going to go ahead and take care of Hera now, as Dark Magician leaves another trail of bombs inside of the Hive Cave.
And when they finally catch him, they will say, "We knew it was you because you left a bomb everywhere."
This is a trail of fuses that led to Dark Magician.
So where's Dark Magician headed to now?
I'm actually surprised he's not heading directly to Death Mountain. He's going to actually check Thieves Town first, and then head to Death Mountain. That's going to allow EOD to finish Hera and pretty much get him evened out as far as progression goes.
I'll say, I mean, if he is about to drop into Thieves Town, he's going to drop into... No, he's not. He is not. It looks like he's going to check Bumper... Well, he could check Bumper Cave, even though he can't get it right now, but... I was going to say, Thieves Town with 2.5 hearts, fighter sword, and green mail.
Yeah, no lie. That's not a pretty sight.
No. A fighter sword, okay, because blind is going to take 9 hits regardless of what sword you have.
Right, yeah. And EOD falling there when he went to get to the big chest and finding out it's just a heart piece there.
And Dark Magician saying, "Oh crud! I already checked that cave," as he warps back to the dark world.
Just double checking himself. Nothing wrong with that. It's wasting a little time. He's gonna take care of this cave here.
So looks like Dark Magician's probably going to check Cave Above Graveyard, King's Tomb, and may swing around, hit Catfish and Zora.
Now, would be pretty good to knock all those locations out in one run. So definitely has the ability to do so.
Except that he doesn't have the flippers, which means depending what item is on the ledge in Zora's domain.
That's right.
Oh. Even better, because he's right near the witches.
Right. So he can knock out the witch at the same time there. He's actually just gonna go ahead and fly over. See what the witch is gonna brew up for him.
Let's see what the drug deal gets linked today.
EOD noticing that he will have to come back with a fire source to complete out Hera. Same with Dark Magician. Of course, he did not have a fire source either. And just some bombs.
Well, for Dark Magician, that's probably a good thing. That's more murder he can commit.
Just gave him more arsenal.
Oh, you give me 3 bombs. That's 3 more NPCs I can plaster all over the walls.
That was a transaction he was gladly to make. Oh, double bonk there. So he is going to go ahead and check out Zora. And EOD is going to go ahead and knock out Spike Cave right away. With the hook shot strats here. Let's see if he should be okay with the hook shot.
He also has a fairy in a bottle, so...
Oh, okay, that's right. He's going to definitely use that fairy. Ooh. Yeah, he was going to need it. He was very close to not, though.
I believe each of our runners had 2 fairies, although the other bottle might have been a B. And he gets $5 for his troubles. Man, I died, and all I got was this worthless $5.
Man.
Shovel from Zora.
Oh, this fetch quest! Zora says, you want an item, here's a shovel. They give me 500 rupees. This will be interesting to see what that shovel pays off, if anything. Yeah, Dark Magician says, I'm gonna go look at this right now.
Now, in the way he routed around there, it does put Catfish as leaves it undone, which he could have picked up when he routed there. That may come. It could come back to haunt him later, depending on how this is laid out.
He shovel dashes to the item, very eager to dig up that item, as you can see. So now he's going to make his trip to Death Mountain, and he is going to pick up his hammer, which is in the... Oh boy, there he goes. The mini Moldorm cave up there, Death Mountain.
Getting trolled by cabbage, as all of us end up doing. Death Mountain, if you don't get trolled by the cabbages, you are certainly going to get trolled by the squirrels. I mean, the dead rocks. Yeah, DOD.
That's right.
EODTex getting $50 for his troubles of reading the Bombos tablet. We know that Agahnim Cave here does not have anything terribly important. Although it does give EOD a full heart, so you can't say it was for nothing.
Very true. So, like, Dark Magician just decided to take out the Dark World stuff first before checking the Light World caves. He's gonna go and check the medallion needed for T-Rock, and EOD is gonna head into Desert Palace, and he's gonna find his flute.
He's also gonna pick up his bow as well. So.
Oh yeah, bow on the ledge.
And he has the silver arrows, which is gonna give him a distinct advantage over most of the bosses.
Absolutely. And Dark Magician doing good of checking that floating island before going into it. That way he did not have to pretty much check the island blind and there not being something there. So it's good.
Dark Magician picking up both the silver arrows and the tempered sword out in Hookshot Cave. EODTex saying, finally, I can get around the world a whole lot quicker now.
Yes, very, very good. So we're now curious to see as to when they decide to go do Agahnim 1 so that they can go get their ice rod. They know where it is, and when it comes time to get it, they can go do it. So it just really matters when they decide to go to that area.
Yeah, they don't need it until they do Turtle Rock, but it is also the quick... Well, I wouldn't say it's the quickest way, but it is another way to get the whatever item is on the pyramid as well. It's not required that they go that route to get the pyramid item right now because of the equipment they have, but that would be another reason to go do Agahnim, since you have to do it anyway.
Gonna have to do it anyways.
But of course, Aghanim's Tower being the one dungeon that has absolutely no items in it. Nothing but keys.
Exactly. Alright, so Dark Magician picks up his hammer. He's gonna be very happy to find that now. And he's gonna run down and get his bow.
Having the hammer will does enable these guys to fully clear Thieves Town, particularly now that they have the tempered sword, making that a much better proposition for them.
Yeah, I never like going into Thieves. Not particularly much without the hammer, because I always have that luck of there being an item in there and having to make a backtrack there. Because I did have one, I did have a couple seeds where I had to remember to come back to Thieves Town to get that item in that chest. So
just talking about the way that the item distribution can lengthen the game. I played a seed earlier where the mirror was an ice palace, but the hammer was with the dwarves.
Oh my goodness. That is terrible.
Yeah. So
you would have to go to Ice Palace first then.
Right, and not in go mode, so you have to try to full clear it. Then you find the mirror, but you don't have the hammer, so you've got to leave anyway.
Oh man, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, it looks like Dark Magician is gonna go ahead and knock it out now. Not
Good time as any.
Idea. Yeah, absolutely. EOD looks like he is gonna get his swag duck on.
Chet just pointed out one thing. It looks like now the only item that's really left for pedestal hype would be the flippers, and wouldn't that be interesting?
Mm-hmm. That is very true.
Lantern cannot be on the pedestal, and the reason Lantern cannot be on the pedestal is because Pod is the green pendant dungeon, and the logic will never require you to do dark dungeons.
Right.
Let's see. I'm trying to... Cane of Somaria is also a possibility for the pedestal at this moment.
So, that is true. It is possible. With Mire being a crystal, definitely. As well as T-Rock. So we have flippers and the red cane being pedestal possibilities. I'm curious as to when these guys might check it, though, with Skull Woods being a pendant dungeon. They never have to go into that area, so... Well, we won't know if they'll even check pedestal. We'll see, though.
So we've got to hold out hope that
we have to hold
one of
out
those two items.
Yeah, on those two items, in that they find some reason to go into the Skullwoods area.
Well, if it does end up being pedestal required, they're gonna have to check it.
Well, here's the other thing. Fire Rod is on the island, which requires flippers.
Oh.
So that's another thing you have to think about.
So yeah, you're right. So Fire Rod can't be on the pedestal, but flippers or Cane of Somaria can. Other way around.
Other way around. No, flippers cannot be on the pedestal with Fire Rod being on that island.
That's right. Sometimes my brain stalls out when I'm trying to think of these things.
Well, it's hard to, sometimes it's tough to remember the logic required for all of this stuff.
And DM using the net dashes. Yes!
I love this guy! Thank you, DM!
You are so beneath me that I will beat you with a bug-catching net. Your power is nothing to me.
I used net dash strats on all my Agahnim fights races, so I approve.
But he has missed a couple of shots here, so he is losing a little bit of time, but who cares? It's hype. And it's like giving Agahnim the finger.
Dash is right. Oh no, don't do it. Don't die, dude. It's not worth it. It's not worth to do this all over again.
Win or lose, we can tell that Dark Magician is having a hell of a lot of fun.
He is enjoying this race very much, yes. And both are going to be in sync here to check it. And it's the cape.
Cape.
Not a required item, but nice to have.
Definitely helpful, particularly since neither of our runners has found a armor upgrade yet.
Very true.
But they have found plenty of hearts, each of them with 13.
Alright, so DM looks like he's gonna head up and do Catfish. EOD gonna head into Thieves Town. Check something here.
At some point, you've got to say, you know what? I'm just going to start going into dungeons that I can complete, and if the 1 or 2 required items that I have left happen to be there, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I can look later.
Exactly. So EOD heads into actually Thieves Town here. To Thieves Dungeon.
Quakey Fish has
the Mire Shield, and Darkmagician says no thank you.
Oh, I don't know about that, particularly since Turtle Rock is required.
I mean, it helps in that laser room, unless you want to do the, walking on the edge strats there, but man.
And also through Ganon's tower with the red Garayas that shoot fire at you. Riot Shield's the only shield that can block it.
And yeah, both entering this dungeon here. This is very interesting how this is playing out right now.
Darkmagician basically saying, I need no safeties. I am going to do this low % style.
And I'm going to bomb everything in my path.
That kind of goes without saying.
Yeah.
So chat, what are the odds on Darkmagician bombing blind before he picks him up?
I think that's almost guaranteed. I'd be disappointed if he doesn't. Alright. Big key there. EOD is gonna bomb. Flora here. We have a few more items to check.
Well, he tries to avoid these overpowered grasshoppers with the green mail.
Man, those things will destroy you with a green mail.
Yeah. As will the crabs.
Yeah, they deal on a lot of contact damage.
One saving grace, I wouldn't necessarily say saving grace because our runners are so skilled at this game that they don't really need it, but it is nice to have the magic powder when you only have the green mail because then every anti-fairy becomes your friend. And particularly through, say, Ganon's Tower, where there are so many bunny beams and anti-fairies that having the magic powder can be a literal lifesaver.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of the powder. I use it, and especially when you get down to like Turtle Rock area, and like the near end game when it's really crucial to not die.
Yeah,
you can turn a lot of anti-fairies into fairies and save yourself. And there's the map and the big chests.
I finally found the map. Too bad I've gone through 100% of the rooms in this dungeon. So EOD is going to go ahead and take care of blind, and already equipping the cape because why not?
Why not?
This is I'm here to win a race, not show off.
Exactly.
Although DM, the DM has been showing off a little bit, but hey, to each their own.
Yeah, well, that's all that matters. Is they have a good time, but again, Kane of Brian or the Cape here both are good strats against. So blind
EOD just kicking Blind's rear end. That was a fast Blind fight right there.
Really, really good fight. Didn't even need the Cape and just totally destroyed it.
Yep, and looks like DM decided not to bomb Blind. We all thought that was coming. Just when we think we got him figured out, he changes the rules.
He has a change of heart.
So EODTex, now that he has the cape, is going to run up here and check out Bumper Cave, and is going to be pretty disappointed to see that it's just 5-bomb upgrade. Or 10-bomb upgrade, but still, he's not going to waste his time going to that.
Yeah, exactly. So I have the cape, I might as well go check it, just in case it's anything good. And it's not even worth his time. So he's going to check the King's Tomb here and cave, while Dark Magician has already done so when he routed his way over. So there goes Dark Magician, finishing that up.
So let's take a look at this here. Neither one has a fire source, so they can't complete Desert Palace. They don't have the flippers, so they can't complete Swamp Palace. Neither has picked up the Fire Rod yet, so they can't complete Ice Palace. They don't have the Cane of Somaria, so they can't complete Misery Mire. So do they need to go pick up the Fire Rod and the Ice Rod and go do Turtle Rock early?
Well, they would still need Somaria to make it past anything in Turtle Rock. So if they were to find that and then Ice Rod in both rods, I don't know.
And as Chad is rightfully pointing out, I did err there. You can complete Ice Palace with Bombos.
That's right, yes. You can do Bombos with Ice Palace. Oh my goodness! Dark Magician!
And the wrath of the Dark Cuckoos.
There are children watching. And only a heart piece for the Peg Secret.
So yeah, no flippers, so they can't do Turtle Rock either, because they can't get the Fire Rod at the moment. The plot thickens.
I don't think either has checked Batcave, and they do have the option to do so. I wonder if Dark Magician's going to do that here. ZOD did Blacksmith earlier, but he did not. I don't think he had access to Batman down there. So, and what did they do? They're just trying to temper your sword.
Double homicide.
Too much. This poor guy is just trying to make a living, making swords. Dark Magician comes around and just puts bombs on him.
Diesel, is Dark Magician going to be the first of our runners to check Batman? Or did
No,
EOD already check it?
That's what I was saying. EOD did not check. He did not. I don't think he had the hammer or the mirror to get over there when he went and did. He did Blacksmith really early, and it's only bombs.
Yeah, not that it matters.
So yeah, EOD may check it later, but he did not have the means to do so earlier. He was trying to get the powder dash on the bat, which would have been just perfect.
Yeah, I'm trying to style on us today.
So EOD is gonna finish up Aga 1 here, and Dark Magician, he's yet to go pick up his Ice Rod. No need to get it now. Why get it now? I have other stuff to do.
It is a little bit out of the way, so
It's true.
Wait until you have to either go to Skull Woods or save it until you have to go to Turtle Rock, because that's the only real use for the Ice Rod is Trinex.
This Trinex fight, very true.
Chad asking, what did Batcave have? Batcave just had, what was it?
Bomb
Bombs.
upgrade.
Yeah.
Just a 5 bomb upgrade.
Dark Magician looks like he's going to go check Bombo's tablet over here, and he's, God, I can't remember what that was. Oh well.
The Bombo's tablet, I believe.
We're about to find out.
Let's see if I can guess real quick. I think it was just bombs.
I think so. Which would be $50. And Chad asking what?
EOD was trying to mimic the spins there. These guys they're having too much fun with this seed. I can't contain myself.
No, it's good. It's good to see that particularly the Dark Magician is definitely having some fun here. Now, Dark Magician is going to be the first guy to run. I believe he's going to be the first one of our runners to check Mire.
Yes, he is.
And I've watched 3 races today and played 1, so my brain might get all confused, and it was basically worthless right there.
He is going to get to check the medallion needed. And it is... Ooh, Quake. So both T-Rock and Mire, the same medallion. I cursed them. Both the, and it always happens, at least with me. I'll pick up 2 medallions really early, and it'll come down to the 1 medallion that I don't have.
And that does bring up the possibility that the Quake medallion could, in fact, be on the pedestal.
This is true. Yet has either gone to check over there as Dark Magician realizes he does not have flippers yet, as he wiggles in frustration.
Yeah, that's interesting. So we have a runner who tries to jump in, forgetting that he doesn't have flippers, and yet we've seen multiple times runners attempt to perform the fake flippers trick when they do in fact have flippers.
I'm very guilty of that.
Oh, was that you, S. Diesel? I'm sorry.
I may have done that once or twice. I don't know if I've done it in a tourney match, but I know I've done it in just a regular random. AKA fake flippers.
That's right.
And looks like, yep, Dark Magician.
Yep, that checkerboard cave is not worth that $50.
Yep. So yeah, Fire Rod is on. Requires the immediate need for flippers, which eliminates it being on the pedestal possibility. But as we said just a moment ago, we still have a good possibility of King of Somaria being on the pedestal.
We got to hold out hope until the runners get to go mode. We got to hold out hope.
Gotta hold out, man.
Yeah.
I've had my race with the Sabin. The Somaria was on the pedestal, and that was indeed a hype moment.
I have yet to commentate a pedestal required seed, so I'm holding out hope and have almost as much hype for it as the chat does, because I have yet to commentate one.
Absolutely. And look at this, both of them heading to Palace of Darkness to knock this out.
High five. Oh, wait.
Oh. Did either of them check Sarasrala? I think they did.
I think Dark did, and it wasn't much of anything. Oh no!
No, he did, because there's the flippers! Oh! Man. Neither had checked behind Sriracha Man, and there's the flippers the whole time.
My God, it was there the whole time.
And EOD says, I'm gonna go get my fire rod. Wow.
And I'm going to go ahead and call out one of our chatters, Al Spraygate, who says, how did they not check that an hour ago? That's what happens when Eastern Palace is a pendant. And pod.
That as well. Typically, it is an area that you check early on in the seed, but it did not prompt them to go into that area yet. With Eastern being a pendant dungeon, that is absolutely insane.
Wow.
The whole time, Flipper's sitting right there. So EOD is going to get his fire rod now, which is going to put him one step closer to having all the items that he's needed to finish the scene.
I thought for a second there he was going to head right to Ice Palace, but it looks like he isn't. Nope, he's going to do Swamp.
Yeah, he's going to finish off Swamp. Or actually, no.
No.
He may head to Desert Palace? No, he's heading back into the Dark World. He may be doing Swamp, yeah.
So Dark is going to... Looks like he's going to take a gamble here on Green Pendant by going into Pod. Let's check out Dark Magician's Dark Room abilities, because he does not have the lantern.
Now, I can only assume that Dark is going to check Salastrala after he clears out Palace of Darkness here. I'm assuming, I think they're pretty comfortable with dark rooms without the lamp, so we'll see.
Again, this is one of those gambles that could either really pay off or could be the difference between victory and defeat in this seed.
Mm-hmm.
But if Kana Somaria or Quake happens to be in this dungeon, well then Dark Magician has a significant lead.
Yeah, nice little bonk there. Get over there to skip going around to hit the switch.
Now let's hope Dark Magician has his headphones on tonight, because I believe in his last race he had no idea he was near dead. Oh no, Commentator's Curse.
No.
Commentator's Curse.
That's gonna use the fairy he has. Yeah, there it is. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite him later on. Use that fairy, but still gonna save him time here from now and I can start all the way back. It's also going to be very interesting if there's anything else left in this dungeon.
Well, there are 5 unique items in Palace of Darkness, so... Oh my god, where did Dark Magician go? I couldn't tell from the menu what he picked up there.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
Or there.
Doesn't look like an item, though. I don't think he picked up anything. I think he, at least on the left side there.
So, yeah, I think I saw Quake.
Was it
and
Quake?
I think the chat saw Quake, too.
It. Did he get Quake?
I think he did.
Oh, man! Now that is huge.
Strats pay off.
Holy cow, that is huge! And just as I said, if there's anything left in this dungeon, EOD is going to have to come back here anyways.
Now, granted, Pod is the Green Pendant dungeon, so if you've got to check a pendant dungeon, you're going to probably go for the Green Pendant one first.
Yeah, I would agree. So you can knock out whatever Salastrala has.
And... DM going through the maze of darkness with no lantern. My hat's off. Yeah, I cannot do this.
This is not an easy feat to do whatsoever. It does take a lot of memorization, a lot of practice, but it can pay off if you can get it done pretty quickly. May help you out find something good in here. As we can see, it already paid off because he got Quake inside of the dark room.
We'll have to wait until we see the menu again to verify it. That's probably why our... Oh, nope. Okay, I guess our tracker Ursula saw it better than we did. So...
Very good.
Shout-outs to Ursula. Thank you so much for running that tracker for us. And helping us out, making sure we can call this match accurately. And speaking of shout-outs to the runners. Everybody, you can type !runners into the chat so you can follow these two runners here on Twitch.
Yeah, these guys have been providing some very good quality entertainment here with these races, so definitely give them a follow if you haven't so far. And yeah, it looks like Dark Magician's going to bomb jump across to check the big chest here, as it definitely has an item in it.
Uh-oh. Do we have a dead bot?
Oh no, is the bot not up? Uh-oh. There we go.
There it goes. Okay, there's Nightbot.
Feasel has spoken!
Yeah, speaking of someone who deserves a shout-out, Feasel, behind the scenes, has been running the restreams for at least half of every race, making sure that all of you can see every single match of this tournament. So, Feasel, you are awesome. We love you.
Hear, hear. I 100% agree. Alright, so Dark Magician going to finish up. It looks like he is going to finish up Palace of Darkness. Interesting. He's going to go for the full clear here because he knows Helmsword King is going to drop an item. I don't disagree with that.
Now, you're already here. You know that the dungeon contains 5 unique items. If you have to come back later, it's going to be such a time sink. So,
yeah. Because we already know that EOD is going to have to eventually make his trip back here.
So Dark going into the dark. And the first 2 rooms down here you have to do in the dark, but the 3rd room that has the 6 turtles in it, you can. Well, no, he doesn't have the fire rod, so he can't even light the torches in there.
He's going. He well knew, like he went into this dungeon knowing, hey, I'm probably gonna have to do everything in the dark, so he's prepared. This turtle room is a nightmare, even with the light on, let alone with no light on at all.
And as someone pointed out in the chat on the previous race I was watching, why is it that the only dungeon that has the turtle enemies is not Turtle Rock?
They got lost, man. Give them a break. They're in a pitch black dungeon. He's making his way through. See if we can pull it off here.
EOD doing the full clear of Swamp Palace. Now, Swamp Palace does have 6 unique items, but he did not find the big key until he went over to the left side, so some runners will opt to skip the left side until after they've made their fried calamari, killed Argus. So,
alright, here we go.
EODTex finding the butter sword in the big key chest in Swamp Palace. One single silver arrow to the green dot on the forehead.
with the butter sword. Very nice pickup. So butter sword and silvers. We already have ourselves a nice and easy Ganon fight.
So Dark picking up the green pendant, and he gets to check. He ought to go check Sahasrahla after this, but okay. I was wondering why he was heading back into the dungeon there.
He's got to check behind Sahasrahla. Oh, is he gonna do? Oh, oh.
There are 3 unique items in Eastern Palace. It's a pretty quick clear, especially considering that he has the hook shot. I can't really argue with this play right now.
I mean, this is definitely like, I don't know. This is a risky call here. He's using some valuable time that he needs to. He needs to go get some stuff. But I mean, this may pay off. You're right. He already did Palace of Darkness. Quake was in there, so you're very right. This may pay off.
Perhaps he's feeling lucky.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling lucky to do this. This is a really gutsy call.
Well, do you, punk? EOD, go ahead and everyone's favorite Ice Palace.
Just knocking that out of the way, get it over with. Oh, very nice strat there. You're using the sword beam to take out the Stalfos on the left instead of going and get that other pot. That was really nice. And a 50. He is gonna have to check this last chest.
And that is the vanilla big key, which is the longest route in this particular dungeon. EOD opting, I believe he opted not to do the bomb jump, which if you're doing a full clear of Ice Palace doesn't really save all that much time. It does still, the bomb jump, regardless of whether you're doing a full clear or not, saves time, but it's not all that much.
Alright, there's the compass.
So it looks like Armos Knights will have an item then.
Oh boy, we're doing a full clear. Here's the interesting thing though, is with Dark Magician going ahead and clearing out Eastern while he's here, that might make 2 pendant dungeons already completed. Meaning if Pedestal hype is in fact confirmed, then he'll have already had a big, obviously the odds of that are really low, but in that situation, he's got a big step forward.
The only item right now that could be on the pedestal, as far as required item that could be on the pedestal, is Cane of Somaria.
That is correct.
So Dark Magician will have absolutely no problem whatsoever with Armos Knights since he has the silver arrows, 1 arrow apiece. And I guess that's his calculus. I mean, that was what, maybe 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, he did a full clear of it real quickly with the boots and hook shot. You can do a full clear of Eastern Palace really, really quick. And he was already there after Palace of Darkness. I mean, that's a strategy that I use if both Palace of Darkness and Eastern are both crystals, is if I can knock out Palace of Darkness and I haven't done Eastern yet, I'll just mirror when I'm done and then finish them both when you're right there. So I've got to assume he's got to be checking behind Sahasrahla here.
And he has the green pendant, so 4 items here.
Yes.
All right.
This could pay off.
This could.
I had something. He is gonna check behind him first. He's gonna leave us in suspense here. And he's what does he do?
There's his flippers.
There's his flip.
Like I said, at least Dark Magician's having fun. And
it's
just a piece of
piece.
fart.
Man. It is very interesting how both of these guys did not check that area sooner, but like we were saying, it's just the way that the routes that they were taking just never led them in that direction, so...
So the crystal count here could be a bit misleading, because even though EODTex has 2 more crystals than does Dark Magician, excuse me, 1 more crystal, about to be 2 once if he clears Ice Palace, but that doesn't tell the tale of the fact that Quake, a required item, is in Palace of Darkness, a pendant dungeon.
And unfortunately, it might come down to EOD just having to take a gamble, but he may have to wait until he decides to take that gamble to go into Palace of Darkness to find Quake. But with Cane of Somaria still sitting out there, it does leave this race still wide open until one of them finds it.
Alright, so Dark is going to head up here and pick up his ice rod, so he'll be awfully close to our pedestal. Will he check it, or will he not?
No, he's done a lot of unnecessary stuff so far by clearing 2 pendant dungeons. What's a little trip over to pedestal gonna hurt? Just to have some ease of mind there. If he did clear these dungeons, at least it may have been worth something.
And if it turns out that Cane of Somaria is on the pedestal...
Yes, he's gonna do it!
Alright, pedestal hype. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go!
Let's go. Pedestal hype. Come on, Cane of Somaria. If Cane of Somaria is on the pedestal, Dark Magician actually has a pretty decent lead.
Yo,
and the reason I say that... And the reason I say that is because he will know he has to complete everything, whereas EODTex won't know.
That's right. Alright guys, get ready.
No!
Oh no!
Ah.
Just couch cash. Sadness.
And I will just have to wait until later in the tournament to be able to commentate a pedestal required seed. My heart breaks. A moment of silence.
That's a tough one,
for pedestal hype.
It was really looking like a good possibility, but unfortunately, it's just couch cash. So no, go ahead.
I think we were both about to say the same thing, Diesel.
Yeah,
so
we were.
Where is the cane?
As Dark Magician is now going to clear Ice Palace, what EOD has just finished up. Cold Stare only had a red rupee for us. He now has a Fire Rod, and he had Bombos, so he could have cleared it out, so he's good to go there. And EOD, now with a Fire Source, can finish Desert Palace.
And I was just thinking, what if it's at Landmalas, the one that these guys almost cleared?
Yeah, because I think they still have an item left to get here, so definitely could be drive by Landmalas here.
And as chat's pointing out, what if Cane of Somaria is in its vanilla location, which of course is the ultimate way to troll a random runner, right?
It's possible too. It's very possible because you obviously Dark Magician messing up that bomb strat there. Obviously because you don't need the Cane of Somaria until after all the chests have been checked. So very possible, and that would be a very terrible troll.
EOD trying to Fire Rod Landmalas to death.
It was close. He almost had it.
EOD not opting to use silvers, but that's a tough one. And it's just a piece of fart, so...
Oh, boy.
The search for the Somaria cane continues.
Yes, it does. And finishing Desert Palace here was really not an issue at all. It's a quick thing to finish, and it's a crystal dungeon. So, oh no! Dude had the bomb jump, but he walked off the ledge.
Oh.
This is not good. His health is getting low here. He needs to get it.
Oh, is he gonna hover? Is he gonna hover? No.
Looks like he was about to. Alright, now he's got it. He's good.
But only 1.5 hearts and green mail. Oh my god, he just barely missed getting hit by that fire there.
It's very clutch. So EOD looks like
oh my god, the bomb strats.
Looks like EOD is now going to make the play to check Palace of Darkness here. This is good. This is going to get him Quake if he does a full clear here. Which I don't see any reason why he does not. Yeah, I saw that bomb strat in, I think it was the race before this one. Why is he bombing that wall?
Dark Magician may just be trolling all of us tonight.
He just wants to show that even though it's a cracked wall, it doesn't mean there's anything there. But yeah, this is good for EOD. You need to do a full, at least a clear to get Quake medallion here. And again, I would say these guys are pretty evened up as far as progression goes.
The question is, will the fact that Dark Magician went through and cleared Eastern Palace, will those couple of minutes end up being
what causes it,
decisive?
Yeah. Definitely depends. Depends if EOD is going to take that choice as well, because when he finishes Palace of Darkness here, if he decides to mirror out and then finish it as well.
As we remember these guys' first match, I mean, the difference was about the amount of time that it takes to clear Eastern Palace, so...
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, Dark Magician has no other choice but to do a full clear of Ice Palace here, even though we, watching, know that it's not worth the full clear.
Right. Same with EOD doing Palace of Darkness. After he gets Quake, there's nothing left in here worth of value.
So it will be interesting to see if he finds Quake and then mirrors out, which I don't think he will do because of the fact that it's the Green Pendant dungeon.
Yeah.
So the big question, and what may, regardless of any lead that either one of these players may have right now, the ultimate question here may be who finds Cane of Somaria first.
Mm-hmm. It's very true. It depends on who finds it and when they find it. Because there's a few locations that one is checked and the other has not still.
The one interesting thing could be, what if it's in Skull Woods?
Oh man, and making them do a full clear of Pendant Dungeons anyways?
Yeah.
That would be rough. Yeah, Mafia holds the Cane of Somaria.
Stranger things have happened.
This is very true. So yeah, EOD doing Dark Room as well. And he picked up his Quake.
He should have. course, we wouldn't see it because it's a dark room.
Right. And yep, he definitely picked it up there. Dark Magician with a good start to the Cold Stare fight. If he had Butter Sword, this fight would be over right now.
And can't forget, Cold Stare hits like a truck. So
yeah,
good thing for Dark Magician, he didn't get hit. Gets his 2 hams for beating Cold Stare. Now, where does he go from here? Does he do Swamp, or does he go finish up Desert Palace?
looks like Desert Palace. Actually, yeah, he's gonna take the shortcut and do and finish Desert Palace here. Or he might take the gamble and head into Mire, but nope, he's changed his mind and back out. He's gonna do Desert Palace. But there, oh no, he fell.
Oh no!
I wouldn't see any reason why he wouldn't maybe take the gamble of going into Mire, even though the odds of Somaria being vanilla would be, like we said earlier, very troll.
There are only 3 unique item chests in Misery Mire, so, or is it 2? It's only 2 or 3 unique chests in Misery Mire.
I think it's 3. It feels like it's 3 because of just how long and windy that dungeon can be.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people want to save it till last as well, because no matter whether you're doing a full clear or whether you're in go mode, you're probably going to have to do some backtracking in Misery Mire.
Yeah, exactly. Chat saying it's only 2. Okay.
So EOD, because he does have a fire source now that when he's going through Palace of Darkness, he will be able to illuminate the 6 turtle room, which might make it a little bit easier on him. But remember, Dark Magician just used Quake and said, "Screw you guys."
Yeah, exactly. And no, Fat Fairy has not been checked yet.
And both, well, no. EOD can check Fat Fairy. Dark Magician cannot at this time.
Right. And, oh, close to the 1 cycle. And misses it on the 2nd. You should get it here on the 3rd, though.
There it is.
Yeah, EOD with ease lighting up that torch in the turtle room. Oh yeah, also Hera Basement. Forgot about that. The Hera Basement still containing an item that they need to go back and check, as they just recently acquired their fire rod. Now, how long do you think until they remember that and check it?
Ooh. Well, there was a 3-way tiebreaker race out of pool round, where the ice rod was the item in Hera Basement. And only one of the 3 runners went back down to the basement after clearing Hera.
That's right, I remember that.
I believe that was Ruble, who actually checked Hera Basement, ended up being the deciding factor in that race.
That's a huge play to make, and if either of these guys remember, that item is still down there. And that's going to be huge. And EOD not going to Eastern, so that is definitely going to save him some time if he plans on not doing it. He's going to go check Sahasrara, gives him the heart. Dark Magician taking a little breather here.
Bathroom break?
Possibility. But yeah, wait a minute. No, EOD. Maybe he's just going back to the portal. Let's see if he just goes back to the portal. No, he's gonna clear out Eastern. No, nothing here.
Well, you should be thinking you're at the minute, or excuse me, you're at the hour 30 mark, and you're not in go mode yet.
This is, yeah, I mean, obviously because we know there's no, but yeah, I see his train of thought here. Unfortunately, it's not going to do him any good. But I mean, we're seeing Dark Magician's stream hasn't frozen. His timer's still going.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he may just be taking a break. Yeah, and there he goes. He's back. He very well could have been taking a break. I've done the same. So, except for when I do it, I load up the map to make it taking a break. You clearly know that I am dumbfounded and I have no idea, and I'm just not like missing all over the place.
I mean, we are running out of possibilities of where Somaria can be. We know it cannot be anywhere in Turtle Rock. It can never be anywhere in Turtle Rock. We only have like 2 dungeons that haven't been checked yet by either player. And other than Fat Fairy, is there a location that our runners haven't been to? I don't think so.
I was actually thinking over in my head if there was, as goes, and besides the Fat Fairy, I'm pretty sure they've knocked out majority of the locations. Both of them have checked Catfish. I believe
one of them has checked Spike Cave.
Yes. I totally like missed it right when EOD got the butter sword, but wherever he got the butter sword from, the Dark Magician is not checked.
It's Swamp Palace. So Dark Magician, it's the big key chest in Swamp Palace.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, yeah, I had something and then I lost it. Darn it. This is what happens when you get old like me.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. But it can't be anything in Turtle Rock because you need the red cane as soon as you go in, so it's definitely not a possibility. I'm trying to think. The only thing, and then there's the basement in Hera, so
there seems to be some debate between us and the chat. They believe Tower of Hera has the map or the compass.
I could have sworn it was an item, but yeah, I mean, they could be right as well. But then there's Skullwoods as well, and it could come down to them just having to do Skullwoods and do a complete Pendant dungeon clear out here.
That would be almost as good as Pedestal hype, right? Almost. Not quite.
Chad is always right, exactly. Even when Chad is wrong, Chad is right. That's right. So EOD clearing out Eastern here. He's going to get the red pendant.
Like I said, at this point, you're at an hour and a half. You're not in go mode. You know how good your competition is. Mm-hmm. At this point, you've got to be thinking, "Oh my God, my opponent found the Cane of Somaria. He's probably in Ganon's tower right now."
You know what? Another interesting thing is neither runner has found lamp yet, and while it's not necessarily required if you can do dark rooms within the logic, it very well is required. So it's very interesting that neither of them have found that yet, with them both being logically required for Mire and Turtle Rock. And it looks like EOD is going to go straight to Turtle Rock. Now this could be the play right here. If he finds it in Skull Woods.
One thing is that if you notice that since both Swamp Palace and Ice Palace were crystals 5 and 6, it's entirely possible that Fat Fairy has the lantern.
That as well. Oh no, he's not doing Skull. He's going to do his own pedestal check here.
As remember, Dark Magician checked the pedestal, but EOD did not.
That's right. So if you guys missed it the first time, you're going to get another second glance at a short-lived pedestal hype here, and it's gone. I believe they did check the bumper cave, and it was just some rupees. It was something minor, nothing important at all.
Yeah, Bumper Cave was a 10 bomb upgrade.
Oh, there you go. Bomb upgrade. And EOD, yep, he's going to drop right into Skull Woods and clear this out. So let's see if he finds it here.
Again, don't blame him, because even though there are only 2 items in Skull Woods, you can clear it really, really quick.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And a sword upgrade. If you haven't found either one of them by then, there's that one.
Interesting, too, that neither of our runners has found a male upgrade yet. Probably both sitting in Ganon's tower.
They've got to be sitting in Ganon's tower.
Every time EODTex gets near a chest, I'm like holding my breath. I'm like,
yeah.
Is this going to be the cane?
We're down to it, man. Down to that last.
You got to think, if it's not here in Skull Woods, it's either Fat Fairy or Misery Mire.
And as we see, Swamp Boss here drops the Cane of Brian. Neither with a magic upgrade either. But that'll come into play later on. Ganon time. Now, Dark Magician, is he not going to make the play back to check the big chest?
Well,
he already did. I'm sorry, he did. I meant that. Okay. Totally missed that he went back and got the big chest.
Is he? Oh, okay. He's
he was
just trying to set up
to,
super speed.
Yeah. I was gonna say, there's no way he would clear out Swamp without getting that chest. So yeah, he's gonna head up.
It looks like Dark Magician's gonna hit up Fat Fairy.
Yes, he is. Here we go. We have EOD finishing off Skull Woods. The possibility of it still being in there, and we have Dark Magician doing Fat Fairy.
And he can go the fast way here too, because he has killed Agahnim, so he can take the shortcut.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got to watch his health, though.
Alright, EOD about to check another chest here. Just a small key.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what does Mothula have? This may be it right here. Whatever Mothula have versus what the double-chested fairy has today.
Yeah, I did say earlier, it is a
point
possibility.
Here. If you're not... I'm holding my breath. And Roop.
Double red Roop. No.
Oh,
brutal Fat Fairy.
But this, oh my gosh. So does Dark Magician make the play here and say, I'm gonna gamble on Vanilla Cane? Does he make that play? And if he does, our runners will be essentially tied.
They'll be essentially tied up, and it'll be a very, very close race. He's trying to get that fairy. He may also be just using this time to kind of think about everything. And nice Mothula kill by EOD there, and he drops the compass. So he's gonna make The move to
He's
Skull
going
Woods,
Skull Woods.
I don't blame him. I absolutely do not blame him at all. Now it's just a matter of how fast he clears Skull Woods to catch up to EOD, who I would assume is going to head down to Mire next. But does he still have the big chest to check? He does. So he's going to check the big chest. Pick up the couch cash.
So depending on how quickly Dark Magician can get through Skull Woods, this seed, I think at this point we pretty much have to assume that. Well, hang on. Let me. Lantern.
Ooh, see, there you go. There's the lamp. They had to have run into that before hitting either T-Rock or Mire, I think, according to the logic. Or, I mean, they could find it in Mire, but yeah.
All right, so now that we have to assume that Kane of Somaria is in Misery Mire, this may come down to the left-right gamble at Ganon's Tower, depending on execution.
I agree, and then especially if they both manage to execute here cleanly, and EOD, he's gonna go ahead and head into Mire, gonna make the assumption. I've checked everywhere else. This has to be a vanilla Somaria Kane here.
Oh, and Dark Magician getting grabbed by the Wall Master.
Oh no! Got grabbed.
So, after the last match, where essentially Dark Magician's Ganon's Tower routing was what cost him the match, he was on the Discord later saying he's not going to change his Ganon's Tower routing. So, if it does come down to Ganon's Tower, we already know which way which way Dark Magician's going to go. Right,
and you can't blame him for his. His train of thought, because in Randomizer, yeah, it didn't pay off in that situation, and it actually ended up costing him the race, but it very well could end up also winning him the race in the right situation. So I don't blame him for not changing up that strategy at all.
No, I don't either, and from what I am to understand, his route actually is the highest percentage route.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I've been told as well. Is if you want to have the best odds of finding it as fast as possible, then you take the route that he takes. And you may not like it all the time. But...
Yeah. And for the too long didn't read on the past 3 minutes of commentary, this is still anybody's game. By God, it's Kane.
Bravo, I love that.
Kane of Somaria in the vanilla dungeon, not in the vanilla location, but by God, it's Kane.
We have EOD in go mode.
Go mode.
He's in Mire. Let's finish it off. He'll be heading on to Turtle Rock. Oh no! I think he has a fairy. Yes, he does. All right.
So EOD is in go mode, or it's going to come down to execution in Turtle Rock and execution in Ganon's Tower. Now, in our previous race, EOD made up a significant amount of ground in Turtle Rock.
Did. Yeah, that's where the turning point was, right then. And then it came down to the routing choice of Dark Magician and EOD in Ganon's Tower that pushed him over.
And you noticed EOD has he not found? Oh, he has not found the big key yet. And all of my excitement over. By God, it's Kane. I've forgotten he hasn't found the big key yet. So I was wondering why he was continuing to search chests, but he's looking for the big key.
He still needs the big key because he needs to do the full clear here, and he'll get the lamp as well. Which we've seen that Dark Magician doesn't need the lamp because he can do dark rooms just fine, but it will make it a lot easier.
Well, we've seen he can do dark rooms just fine, but I believe the consensus is that Misery Mire is the hardest dungeon to do without a lamp.
Oh, he's gonna do it! No!
Oh! Dark Magician.
Oh my god.
Okay, like I said, win or lose, this race is going to be remembered for the serial killer Dark Magician bombing everything.
Oh my god.
Remember, Bruce, some men just want to see the world burn.
That was fantastic. It's one of the best things I've seen in this tournament so far. He went all through the trouble of getting every pendant, and he had the chance to pull it, and he puts the bomb on it. Oh man! That's
and
great.
ladies and gentlemen, if you think that's bad, wait till you see what he does to the validation chest.
Oh man, it's gonna be not a pretty sight. Alright, so he has picked up his lamp. He's realized I have nowhere else to go. It is time. Oh, he's going to take a minute to think about it. And hopefully he makes the decision to head into Mire, even without it. And he's got his flute. We needed to see him go to 6.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wait, where is he?
Oh,
is he going to Hera Basement?
He might check Hera Basement. Oh man!
And I know one of our runners did not check Catfish, and I think that was Dark Magician.
I think that might have been EOD that did not, because I think Dark Magician checked Catfish when he routed his way over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's hoping this is the play right here to check the Hera Basement.
He's checking Ether Pedestal. I don't know that either of our runners checked Ether Pedestal.
I know that EOD checked this.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Piece of fart from the sky.
Yeah. And yeah, or no, he's gonna do Spike Cave. So maybe he forgot that Hera Basement has yet to be checked. But I'm surprised that he's gonna do that.
EOD is done with Mire. He's heading up to Turtle Rock. Looks like Dark Magician may be getting frustrated seeing how long he was on that menu screen just now.
I don't blame him, man. Somaria Vanilla, that's troll, man.
You hate to see it come down like this, but this seed has just been incredibly trolly.
Yeah.
And I think you can probably relate, S. Diesel. You're by the time you finish a race, I mean, if you're trying your hardest, you are mentally exhausted because constantly in your mind you are thinking, all right, I just picked up this item. Where can I go now? What is accessible to me? And it is mentally draining. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, it is, because not only because you're in dire need of that last item, but it's always like the locations that haven't had any significant meaning in recent memory. That usually you leave last or you forget to check, and it ends up biting you because that is where the item was, or I'm at the hour and 40 mark and I still haven't found these 3 required items. It definitely can be very mentally tiring. And it does look like Dark Magician is going to make the play to head into Mire. And he is going to be happy to find the King of Somaria in there.
Oh, he's going to do bird toss.
Yes, it is. Yes! Worth. I believe he
All right,
did it
bird
last
toss
night
height.
as well.
Oh, come on. He's going to bomb it. He's
Bomb
gonna,
it!
Yep.
I just
I
love
bought it.
the hesitation that he did right before he laid the bomb.
You bought it. I bought it. Even my immediate family bought it.
Oh, man.
Dark
That
Magician
hesitation, that was great. Just like, you know what I'm gonna do.
No, I'm not. Dark Magician better grant us an interview after this.
Yeah, I am eagerly anticipating the post-race interview with both of these guys, but definitely with Dark Magician. With how there's the red mail. They finally find a tunic, and it is internal rock, and it's the red one.
Well, any doubts we had about whether or not our runners were going to be able to crush Ganon are now thrashed.
Mm-hmm. Fully decked out, ready to go here, and EOD is not fully decked out because he does not have a single shield. Because he did not do Catfish, and Catfish had the Mire.
And whereas Dark Magician said, "I don't need no stinking riot shield."
It's like, what is this shield? I don't need this. And he pieced out. So yeah, if the laser room here, obviously, they have Cape and Blue Cane. They can get the laser room no problem. But the Mire shield definitely has a benefit of being able to get through it pretty quickly. Alright, so EOD is going to head down and get this key and immediately reverse out. Because all he needs is that extra key and then the big key, and then he's good to go.
Dark Magician should be...
There's a little bit of a chatter in between EOD and Dark. It's pretty funny. Both of these guys are definitely at their wits' end with this speed. Mental fatigue is setting in as they are both in go mode. They just need to finish the seed, but it doesn't excuse the fact of what the seed has brought them through. So
one of the things that has been pointed out to me is that in the IRC chat, EODTex says, "Can you done?" And then Dark Magic says, "Sure, give me a second to dye this rod a different color." So this is probably before either one of them had the cane of Somaria.
Oh man. Definitely just love the carefree attitude of both these guys. In a game 3 match where the winner goes on, both of these guys just really enjoying themselves. It's really refreshing to see.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, folks, there's nothing on the line here more than pride, which is important. Don't get me wrong. Pride is important, but it's not like Dark Magician's going to be out $100 or anything like that.
Right,
so,
yeah. If anything, he has provided one of the most entertaining races I have seen so far. So.
Absolutely. It's been an absolute treat being able to commentate this match.
I
don't know that I've
100%
laughed
agree.
this hard in a while.
I could not agree. So EOD taking on Trinex here. Gets the first head. Nails the second head. Dodges the lunge. Dark Magician, he's on his way to T-Rock.
EOD is just about to complete tier 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Trinex doesn't
cycle.
even. Yeah, Trinex doesn't even get the chance for his middle to start glowing.
Yeah, fights real good with a butter sword there, and he drops some rupees.
So EOD.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a mystery. There are 22 chests in Ganon's tower, but only one contains the big key. Which one will it be?
I'm going with my tried and true lucky number 11.
I gotta keep going with 13, and I have to go with 13 because eventually, one of these days, I'm gonna be right. I haven't been right yet.
I've been pretty consistent with 11, so I'm sticking with it. And usually 11, if they follow the route that I do, puts them at the top left chest in the rando room.
Oh, the rando room. That's the one that was Dark Magician, the bane of Dark Magician's existence last run.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alright, we have first chest is small key. And the big key second chest! The dream! The dream Ganon's tower!
The freest Ganon's tower that could be.
Oh my god!
This is the second race in as many nights that has had the freest Ganon's tower.
Wow.
I don't like to call anything prematurely, but barring a miracle, EOD is going to be advancing to the next round of the brackets.
That is insane. I have yet to see a 1-2 Ganon's tower. That's impressive.
We
didn't even get to see Bob, man.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna directly credit one of our chat members, Mr. P. Miller, saying the seed is like, I'm sorry for earlier.
I'm sorry for what I've brought you here. Skip this entire dungeon.
I didn't mean it. I promise it'll never happen again. Just don't leave me.
Yeah, me and my trolling seeds, they seem to follow me everywhere here. It's unfortunate. I brought it to these racers and I apologize. And that boomerang strat to get that fairy.
So EOD is already in the gauntlet here. Getting trolled a little bit by the stall children? Stall childs? I'm never exactly sure what the correct plural of stall child is.
Still child, I like that.
So... silver arrows ringing true here for EODTex. 15 hearts, red mail, butter sword. I believe EOD still has a fairy.
Nice little deboost there with EOD getting hit from the PMOS. May not have been intentional, but boosted him forward there a little bit. And
EOD just got hit with one of the statue fireballs, but he was standing in perfect position to have blocked it if he had a shield.
Mm-hmm. Still manages to get the 3 cycle there. Yeah, and it's not that he's avoided any shields either. He just has yet to found any because while he didn't do catfish, he may have picked up that mirror shield there. But other than that, that is the only shield that we know of in this seed.
Yeah, that's true. The only shield we've seen has been the riot shield.
Mm-hmm. And really good Wizrobe room there. D? So he heads into the torch room there. Dark Magician is on his way to check the big chest here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and he
no.
falls. Now, Dark Magician had some trouble with this room before as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought for a second there when Dark Magician was outside in Turtle Rock, I thought he was going to troll the living daylights out of us by going to Mimic Cave, but he didn't. So, almost. It could have been worse.
You very well could have. Alright, and EOD needs to get that key. And he's gonna take a step over there to check that chest just to see what's in there.
Possibly hoping for a half magic.
Yeah,
Maybe a shield.
Maybe another set of arrows, who knows. But he's good to go as far as and now he just picked up the full magic. He's got enough magic and arrows for the Ganon fight. He'll be all set to finish off the run here.
And Trolldorm will fall in 2 swipes for the Butter Sword.
Let's see the fate of Validation Chest from EOD. And he's just going to disregard it. He has not seen a dot done yet in this race, so he knows. He knows that there's time is precious. So you see that dot done.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with Trinex here. Missed 3 shots with the ice rod in the beginning. Looks like he's making up for it now.
Yeah.
Well, EOD getting trolled a little bit by Agahnim 2 here.
Oh, nice.
Is that a double?
That was a double.
That's
and a
certainly
triple.
A double.
Very, very nice. A 2-3-1. You missed the cycle there, but that's okay. That triple helped out for it.
So we will have EODTex dropping down to fight Ganon at probably about the same time the Dark Magician enters Ganon's tower. Given the fact that EODTex has a fairy, 12 out of 15 hearts, red mail, butter sword, it would take a miracle.
Mm-hmm. It would. Now, is it going to be number 1 or number 2 for Dark Magician as he heads into the Ganon's tower? Will he get the big key first or second, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, he's going to run to the... If he keeps his same pattern, he's going to go to the left side first. And...
oh, wait a minute. That's right.
Yeah, so he's not going to go to those 2 chests until after he's done the room with 4 chests and the stall children.
Oh my god, he's not gonna go.
Yep.
I can't. No, I can't. Oh, this Bob with the heart piece. This is gonna break my heart. You could have the freest Ganon's tower right now if you would just check those first 2 chests there.
You got to admire a man for sticking with his convictions, though.
I mean, yes, but still, dude, that's rough, man. Especially because I know that this is the freest Ganon tower that you can have, and to not check those first 2 chests there, it's brutal to watch. So he mirrors, and now he's gonna check right side.
EOD have a pretty good Ganon here. 1 more hit will do it.
Yeah, and as soon as he gets it, yeah, Mire's out.
Yeah.
He's got enough keys. And that is a GG for EOD.
And when EODTex get in here, he will have an official speedrun live time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. For EODTex, he will advance to the next round of the brackets. But you cannot say, well, are you not detained by Darkmagician1184?
I would definitely say you'd have to be after Witness today. Very entertaining, very hard fought race from these two.
And providing us with, I mean, you can't say you didn't have a blast. And not only that, what was the official body count for Dark Magician's Path of Destruction through the land of Hyrule?
We're gonna have to go back and review the tape on that one, but he definitely left a trail of bodies behind him. It all started right in the beginning there. He left a bomb for the priest in the sanctuary. It's very rude.
So EODTex will advance on, but his opponent in the next round is Mike the V.
Ooh. That's going to be an interesting one. A lot of second round elimination brackets here. They're going to be very, very interesting to watch.
But let's not worry about his next round right now. See if we can't get him in here in the chat to talk about his victory in this match. Meanwhile, Dark Magician is making his way up through Ganon's tower. And he's got to, on the one hand, he's got to be a little bit disappointed that he wasn't able to win this, but he's got to be happy with his performance, particularly if he comes back and watches the VOD and can see just how much not only you and I were enjoying this, but also how much he entertained the chat as well.
Absolutely, yeah. He's definitely gonna feel the love there whenever he finishes up. But I do have EOD here in the waiting room. Go ahead and pull him in for an interview.
EODTex.
GG, dude.
Hello. Can we not talk about what we just witnessed?
I think we have to talk about what we just witnessed.
I felt like I routed so terribly and performed most of it pretty bad.
Well, it definitely wasn't the most forgiving seed for sure.
The funny thing is, I knew right when I got Quake, I knew that Ganon Somaria was in Mire. I just didn't want to believe it.
Dark Magician definitely had the same idea when he actually did a few extra things that you did not. Or no, I mean he just did them in a different order, but yeah, he also left Misery Mire for absolute last, and hoping to find the King of Somaria.
I don't think I did the bat or the hammer pegs.
Okay, so that he did do. He did do bat and hammer pegs. He did that a little bit earlier on. He did Palace of Darkness before you.
And Dark Magician is trolling on the validation chest right now.
God, what is he?
What? Oh, okay, no. Oh, wait!
No!
Nope. And
I can't do this. I can't.
he's gonna go back down again, isn't he? He's gone up and down the stairs. If you can't see him, EODTex, he's gone up and down the stairs by validation chest, and now he's gone back down. He actually opens the validation chest and then bombs it.
I was just opening chests and looking for a shield, just because. And then I was like, validation chest, nah, let's forget that.
Yeah, Catfish actually had the riot shield, but that was the only shield we saw between either of you. And how appropriate that Dark Magician found bombs in the validation chest.
Oh no.
Yeah, Dark Magician did. Oh, nice triple there. Did go to Catfish and to get the mirror shield there, but totally just skipped it, so I don't need that.
I also forgot that Agahnim was required for like right after I got tempered till like right before I did him.
Yeah, but there's, I mean, you can't really fault you for that, considering that it was Ice Rod and its only purpose is Trinex. So,
Yeah.
But EOD, at what point? Because I'm sure at some point, because of how long this seed took. I mean, this was an over 2-hour seed for both of you. So, at what point did you? I'm sure you started thinking, "Oh my God, Dark Magician is gonna dot done any second now." At what point did that enter your mind?
Very early. Like, when I got my Crystal 2, I was like, I'm so far behind. I don't even care.
We saw the chat actually pointed out some conversation between you and Dark Magician, where you basically said to him, "Can you just dot done?" What was going through your mind at that point?
I just wanted... I don't know, I just wanted to know how long I could expect to keep going with this seed.
Well, you know, it wasn't a pedestal required, but it might as well have been.
Yes, it might.
Now, granted, that was great entertainment for the commentators and the chat, but how did that make you feel?
I thought about picking up the couch cash anyways.
Yeah, Dark Magician had some choice words for the couch cash with a bomb. It was probably the highlight of the run for me. Was he bombed the pedestal.
Now, Dark Magician, even though he has the silvers, he's doing Ganon silverless. I guess why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
More swag. But, you know, absolutely congratulations to you, EODTex, regardless of how poorly you believe you may have routed or performed in this seed. It was good enough for a victory, and it was good enough to move you on to the next round of the bracket tournament. So you have to be at least satisfied about that.
Yeah, I guess. I did drop my controllers quite a few times. Controller quite a
Dark
few
Magician.
times. I was so disappointed.
Did he just soft lock?
I don't know.
He did a fire rod dash at the end of the animation there. I think he soft locked.
That's interesting. He got no magic left for.
Well, Dark Magician has officially forfeited from the race in the Speedruns Live chat. He may indeed have soft locked, but quite honestly, ladies and gentlemen, after everything else he did in this particular run, you've got to think he did that on purpose.
I didn't know that was possible.
I didn't either, but
Oh my god.
But you know,
That is great. That is the only fitting way that this race could have ended, is exactly like that.
But again, EOD, congratulations to you on your victory for getting 2 out of 3 on Darkmagician1184. We're going to bring him in if he... No, he's just going to hop on in because he's an administrator and he can. Darkmagician1184,
Oh,
welcome
bravo,
back.
man. Bravo.
Hey guys, how you doing? How are you doing?
How's it going, man? GG, dude.
We're doing fine, Dark Magician, but Hyrule may never be the same with your reign of bombing terror.
Yeah, that was frustrating. I can't believe I overlooked Sahashula's hut.
You both did, actually. You both, like... so EOD checked it maybe 5 minutes before you did. So yeah, like both of you just didn't have it in your mindset to go just that side that early on.
And just so anybody who's asking knows, I had to forfeit because I soft locked the game just now. I mean, I can say quit or reset, but
We thought you had done that on purpose, Dark Magician.
no comment.
Well, like I said, there's no better fitting way to end that than that right there.
Absolutely. But I'll ask you one of the same things that I asked EODTex, Dark Magician. This seed took both of you over 2 hours. So at what point were you sitting down and thinking, oh my god, he's probably in Ganon's tower right now. He's going to done any second.
1:30.
1:30. It took both of you an hour to get to Sahasrala's hut, as was mentioned earlier, and even the chat said, "Why didn't they do this an hour ago?"
I'm guessing that's what the blah is. That what it was, or your brain's dead comment? Yeah, your brain is dead.
That was a lot of things. I think that was me realizing I forgot Agahnim was required, and then just was like,
and I didn't check
because I checked Pyramid before I did Agahnim, so yeah.
I didn't check Fire Rod very early either on the Hylia.
And yeah, the other thing was the Dark Magician went up to Death Mountain a lot sooner than EOD did and had the boots. I would say roughly about 10 minutes before EOD did, maybe a little bit longer than that.
I was waiting till I got a hook shot to go up there, and
yeah, I figured that might have been
do it all in one go.
Yeah, but that made a little bit of a difference as well.
But I think on behalf of the entire chat, as well as everyone who's been watching here, I can say that to both of you, congratulations for providing us with what was certainly one of the most entertaining races of the tournament.
This has been the most fun one I've seen so far. This was really good.